Nice buzz, but left me mad as hell. Yo, what's going on? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from BinaryBrother off Earwood. When this happened, 2011, the drug used was Oxycodone, at a dose of 10 milligrams, the route administration, orally, gender, male, weight, 160 pounds, age, 22, and the prior experience, this is his first time using Oxy. So today, we take a look at Oxycodone, a well-prescribed opioid substance. We just did a report on hydrocodone, but oxycodone is reportedly notably stronger than hydrocodone, providing euphoric feelings more consistently. This is a pretty well-known substance. You may know this under the brand name of Percocet or Oxycontin, as it is pretty prevalent in hip-hop culture and the like, similar to the way lean is. This report here details a user's first time with it, and they experience both positives and negatives of the experience, notably when he's coming down. If you don't know much about this substance, we'll break it down more after the report. I feel this is a pretty honest account of this user's first time on oxycodone and shows what it can be like. I'm sure you'll enjoy this report, so without further ado, let's dive right into this. 2:30 p.m. Took 2 pills, 5 milligrams of oxycodone each. 2:42 p.m. Feel a bit nervous. 2:47 p.m. Holy shit, this stuff just hit me like a ton of bricks. I definitely feel odd as hell. Don't really know how to explain it. 2:50 p.m. I'm nervous as hell and have shakes a bit. I decided not to take anything for nausea as I didn't want to be sedated. Maybe I should have? 2:53 p.m. Oh wow, I'm starting to feel happy? Emotional spikes are prevalent, doing the best I can to remain apathetic. 3 p.m. My pupils are noticeably constricted. Heart rate, 84 beats per minute. I feel so good right now. I'm so happy and warm, functioning better than ever before. Completely able to function though. Smiley face. 3:12 p.m. Still feeling really awesome. I'm not nervous anymore. Love, 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 and more love. I am truly at peace and feel pretty blissful. 78 beats per minute. 4 p.m. Pretty much wore off by now. Irritable and impatient traits are well noted. 4:06 p.m. For some reason, I'm irritable as hell. 89 beats per minute. 5:30 p.m. The irritable side effects on me are very prevalent. I will not be doing Oxy again without a downer to go with it. 91 beats per minute. Oxy was cool when it kicked in, gave a nice buzz, but left me mad as hell when it started wearing off. This was my first time using oxycodone. Not worth doing again unless I'm desperate. Tongue out face. Okay, so the classic oxys, one of the stronger well-known opioid substances out there. Most would say that it sits somewhere between hydrocodone and heroin in terms of strength, more so on the stronger side, as it is technically supposed to be a bit stronger than morphine too. Oxycodone can be a very recreational substance for some. It can also be a very effective medicinal substance for some. If you aren't aware, this is prescribed pretty commonly today due to its applications as a very effective pain reliever. Normally this isn't prescribed right away unless it's very severe. They most likely will put you on hydrocodone or something of similar strength first. But when that isn't doing it for the pain, oxycodone can be a more viable option for the patient. And the types of conditions we're talking about here are things like cancer, some kind of chronic pain, or a pain you have after a serious surgery. Now of course if oxycodone just relieved pain alone, it wouldn't make for a great recreational substance. If you know how an opioid substance works, then you already have a solid idea for what oxycodone is like. Opioid substances are recreational because they notably induce feelings of strong physical and cognitive euphoria. Along with this, there can also be anxiety relief, relaxation, dream states it can bring on, and of course, its ability to act as a strong depressant. Oxycodone by no means falls short of this criteria, but if you saw our video on hydrocodone, then you know there's a lot more to expect when it comes to taking a substance like this. There are many potential side effects a user may not want at all. This could include constipation, nausea is very common, which may result in vomiting. It often will depress the respiratory system, which will result in slowed down breathing. You can become very itchy. You'll most likely have no appetite. The same goes for your sex drive. It can also lower your blood pressure, and like we saw in this report here, it can lower your heart rate. A lot of this is conditional, of course. Some people actually enjoy some of these effects. For example, I find the opioid itch to be very pleasing physically and thus enjoy it. But when we look back at this report, we can see that BinaryBrother experienced quite a handful of what you would expect out of oxycodone. Besides his drop in heart rate, probably the strongest impact it had was on his mood throughout. Coming into this, BinaryBrother noted that he was nervous, probably because this was his first time. But it only takes about 10 minutes for that to change, as the oxycodone provides some anxiolytic effects that calms him down significantly, to the point where he's feeling very euphoric. But we see that when after the peak wears off, he gets irritated. Now I want to speak on this change in mindset just a little, because it isn't something I think is brought to focus very often with opioid substances. But I'm talking about the cognitive impact it can have. Now while opioids can be great as painkillers physically, this can also be the case cognitively for some. This is especially true if you just went through some trauma, like losing a loved one, or your life just gets fucked up somehow. These substances can actually work to block the pain you experience from that as well, potentially providing immense relief on the stress, the depression, anger, the loneliness, and everything that you may be going through. In a sense, it can numb these natural emotions out, and I think this is somewhat the case with this first-time experience, though of course only minimally. We can see throughout his peak, BinaryBrother's emotions were lifted in a sense as he entered the euphoric bliss. And note, he described it as love. This may synchronize with many, as opiates may give you that love that you may feel like you need. And we can see as BinaryBrother came out of this, it can almost be compared to returning to his normal state. But he found the peak of this experience so enjoyable that the normality of his life became irritable. That's just a little theory I have about what can happen with opioids. Everyone's going to be different, but I do feel this is still pretty common. Other than that, I would say this experience was pretty short, considering it was his first time with this. Personally, oxycodone will be active for at least 4 hours with me, with most experiences not going beyond 6. But we can say that his dose was probably still active, but he just didn't enjoy the coming down phase much at all. But we're going to end it there for today. If you guys did enjoy this report on oxycodone, want to see more on other opioids or any substance at all, let me know in the comments below and we can do that. If you want to see some more exclusive reports and not hear a whole vault of them, make sure to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. If you have your own report you want to see, send it to me, NoOneSubmitReport@gmail.com. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow the socials, share the video. It's been someone that's no one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.